Hello students, welcome to the video session on projection of lines inclined to both planes in engineering graphics of KTU 2019 syllabus. So till now we had seen the projection of lines inclined to one plane and parallel to the other plane or vice versa. Okay, it could be parallel to the vertical plane and inclined to the horizontal plane, or parallel to the horizontal plane and inclined to the vertical plane. That was the cases that we had seen till now. So moving on from that, what we have is the projection of lines inclined to both the planes, that it is inclined to the vertical plane, at the same time it is also inclined to the horizontal plane. So let's see a particular model here. So this line, let's view this line and infer some observations. So this line here, this line that I'm talking about is this one, highlighted by blue. And if I'm measuring the distance or the true length of the line, I could get, if I'm measuring it, it is around 93 millimeter. Okay. And if I'm projecting it to the vertical plane, or if I'm taking its front view, okay, this is the front view. I have projected it towards the vertical plane, and the distance or the length of that projection is then 82 millimeter. Okay, I have measured this already. The dimension is 82 millimeter. Meanwhile, if I am projecting it towards the horizontal plane, or if I am having the top view, as you can see here, if I am taking the top view, the apparent length is even lesser. It is 73 millimeter. That is, this is the top view is 73 millimeter, and the front view is 82 millimeter, whereas the actual length of the line is 93. Okay, so what do we know from this? It is that in case of a line inclined to both the planes, the apparent length of the projection in both the cases, that is in the top view as well as in the front view, the apparent length will be lesser than the true length. It will not show the true length in any of the two projections. So that is one thing to note. All right. So another thing to note before we move on to a problem in projection of lines inclined to both planes is something related to how it is projected when an inclination is given to another dimension, another plane also. So let's see this. I've highlighted this particular surface here. As you can see, it contains one line which is actually parallel to the horizontal plane, and then there is this line which I am stressing more because this line here, it is inclined to the horizontal plane. At the same time, if I am looking from the top, I would understand that it is actually parallel to the vertical plane. Okay, the top edge. All right, so for this top edge, I projected it to the vertical plane, meaning I have projected it to get the front view. Okay, so I have projected this is the front view. This line is the front view of that top edge of that line, of that surface, this highlighted blue line. Okay, it has been projected to the front view, and you got this front view here in the vertical plane. So what if I decide that I would, so this line is actually inclined to the horizontal plane and it is parallel to the vertical plane. So what if I give it an inclination to the vertical plane also? Okay, at the moment it is inclined only to the horizontal plane, but I am deciding that I will rotate this as a surface totally. I decided that I would rotate this and give it an inclination towards vertical plane also. Okay, so what happens is that, let us see by what angle I had rotated this. Okay, so I have rotated it by 17.2 degree. I had given an inclination of 17.2 degree to the vertical plane also now, and starting it I had given an angle of around 28.3 degree to the horizontal also. Okay, so what I have done here is I have introduced an inclination to the vertical plane also, to a line which was already inclined to the horizontal plane. So this line is actually the highlighted line here. This line is actually inclined to both the planes now. So if I am again projecting it towards the vertical plane, that is the front view. Okay, this is the front view, and I'm again projecting it, and what I get is this: the top edge, the front view of that top edge is this line that we have here. Okay, notice that the topmost edge, this point here, is represented by the front view here, and it is in a similar horizontal line towards the front view of the original line here. Okay, if you are looking at this edge, see that it's projected here, and the projection of this particular edge here is here, and you will notice that the both the lines are in one single horizontal line parallel to the xy line. Okay, observe that. Now I've decided that I will give more inclination to the vertical plane, so I rotated that surface towards here. If you want to know the distance or the angle, I will just show it. um, okay. Okay, so I have rotated by 45.2 degree. I have given an inclination of 45.2 degree to the vertical plane. So again I projected it, and what I am getting is, again, the projection of this edge is this one, and the topmost corner is again in a horizontal line, perfectly horizontal line with the first 2 points here. Okay, again I am giving an inclination, and again if I am taking the projection, you get that the point is still in a horizontal line. The topmost corner, it is like the previous case, it is still in a horizontal line with the previous 2 points. Again I am giving inclination in the sense that at the end I am giving a 90 degree, a full 90 degree inclination to the vertical plane. As you can see, the inclination with the horizontal has been kept constant, 28.3, it has been kept constant. And finally I am giving an angle of inclination of 90 degree to the vertical plane, and I am projecting it to the vertical plane in order to get the front view, and still the top corner is still in the same horizontal line parallel to the xy line. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that the loci or locus of the points of the front view projections of a line of constant inclination to the horizontal plane and varying inclination to the vertical plane, they all lie in a same locus. Okay, if so, in order for you to get a better understanding of it, I would remove this surfaces here, this yellow surfaces here, and instead I have just kept only the lines. Okay, I hope you can see the three-dimensional lines here. We'll show the lines. This is one of the line, and as you can see the top view, okay, and front view, right? And then I gave an additional inclination with the vertical plane. I gave an additional inclination of 17.2. I've kept the inclination with the horizontal plane as same as in the previous case. Okay, I kept on, I projected it towards the vertical plane and got the projection. It is in the same locus, the 2 points are in the same locus. Similarly, again the third line, it has been given more inclination towards the to the vertical plane. Again, locus, the top edge or the corner is in a locus, in a horizontal line parallel to the xy line here, and similarly more and more inclination is given and you get in the same horizontal line itself. So this is something to note, which means that if if there is a line and it has a fixed inclination with the horizontal plane, and you keep on increasing the inclination with the vertical plane, and what happens is that the front view for the front view of all these lines whose inclination with the vertical plane is kept on increasing, you will have that front view in a straight line parallel to the xy line. That it is its front view of the top corner, they will lie in a locus. Okay, similarly, with the other type of view, in this case what I have here is these edges. Okay, these edges, see, this is the line I'm talking about, this blue line. This is at present, at the first, in the first case, it is parallel to the horizontal plane. As you can see this here, in the front view, it is parallel to the horizontal plane. Whereas if you can see from the top, or this three-dimensional view, you can see that it is inclined to the horizontal plane. I will draw the angle of inclination with inclined with the vertical plane. Sorry. So the angle with the vertical plane is again 28.3. Similarly, I am trying to keep it constant. Okay, inclination with the vertical plane is kept constant at 28.3 degree. Whereas I am going to keep on increasing its inclination with the horizontal plane, in the sense that I'll try to obtain its top view or the projection towards the horizontal plane. So what happens is that similar thing happens as in the previous case where its inclination with the vertical plane was increased. Similar to this case here, in which there is a fixed inclination with the vertical plane and its inclination with the horizontal plane is kept on increasing. So what happens is you will similarly get a locus here. Okay, so for this line, this blue highlighted line, it is parallel to the horizontal plane and inclined at 28.3 to the vertical plane. There is, for the edge, there is this particular point here on the top view. Okay, this is the point. And when the edges, the inclination with the horizontal plane is increased in the top view projection, again the line is in a locus which is parallel to the xy line. Similarly, we have kept on increasing the inclination with the horizontal plane. The projection or the top view projection, it will keep on going on in the same locus. Okay, in the final case, the inclination of the line, it is 28.3 with the vertical plane, and at the same time it is 90 degree inclined to the horizontal plane. All right. So that is something to be observed. This is the figure with just the lines and no surfaces. So just know that if you are keeping the inclination with a particular plane fixed, and then we are increasing or changing the inclination with the other plane, that is the perpendicular plane perpendicular to the first plane, you will see that the corresponding projection, the top edge or the top corner, it will stay in the same locus. You should remember this before starting to solve a problem for a line, for drawing a projection of a line inclined to both the planes. So keep this in mind, and we'll now start to do a problem from this topic. All right. So this is our problem, that is to draw the projection of a line AB 100 millimeter long, inclined at 30 degree to HP and 45 degree to VP. The end A of the line is 50 millimeter above HP and 25 millimeter in front of VP. Mark the angle made by the line with the XY line. Okay, so I've written it here. We shall be doing this problem. Okay, and while doing it, I'll write down the steps for solving such a problem. Okay, so as with any case, the first thing to do would be obviously to draw the XY line. Okay, taking the XY line now. Okay, okay. So what else is written in this particular question? What information do we have? There is a line. The true length is 100 millimeter, and it is inclined at 30 degree to HP and 45 degree to VP. And they have also given the exact location of the point A. The exact location of the point A is, it is 50 millimeter above HP and 25 millimeter in front of VP. So the first thing I would do is I would I would mark the location of the point that is already given. Okay. So in our case, what we have here is the location of point A, and it is 50 millimeter above HP. So I will draw a reference line 50 millimeter from the XY line. It is also 25 millimeter in front of VP. This means that it is in the first quadrant. So again I am drawing a reference line 25 millimeter towards the bottom of XY line. A reference line so that I can locate A. Then I choose an arbitrary point here and draw a vertical projector. So as we know, A is somewhere around here and somewhere around here. The top view will be here. Sorry, the front view will be here and the top view will be somewhere on this line. So I've decided arbitrarily that I would place the A here. Okay, so the first step in this solving this question is to draw the location of the point. So I've kept the point here. Okay, this is the first point. Okay, that was the second point. So I'm naming it. This is A dash because it is the front view, and this is top view A. So what is the first step here? The first step to solve this would be to locate locate the point whose location is given in the question. Mark its top and front view. Okay, so in our case it was A, so I marked the location of A dash and A. Now what I will do is I will assume that, so it has been given in the question that it is inclined at 30 degree to HP as well as it is inclined at 45 degree to HP. So the key to solving this problem is that you will assume that this line is actually parallel to vertical plane and it is 30 degree inclined to the HP, and draw its projections first. And then we will also assume that this line is parallel to HP and it is 45 degree inclined to VP. So we will assume it two times. Okay, if it's not clear I will just explain that to you. So it is said that our line is 30 degree inclined to HP and 45 degree inclined to VP. So let's take it one at a time. At first we will just think that this line that we have in the question, it is parallel to VP and 35 degree inclined to HP. Okay, for the moment we will leave out this 45 degree inclination to VP. We will draw a line, its projections for such a line that it is parallel to VP and 30 degree inclined to HP. Okay, so how will we draw it? So in such a case we will have the true length in the front view, right? We will have the true length in the front view because it is parallel to VP. So and it is inclined to HP and parallel to VP. So in that case the front view will show the true length. Okay, so with such an information I decide that I would draw the top view of this particular, front view of this particular line. Okay, this is an assumed line, not the A, B that we have here. This is an assumed line, say. So the length is 100 and the angle of inclination is 30° to HP. Okay, so I will name this as B dash. Let's say B dash. Okay, so this has been the front view of that assumed line. Then in order to get the top view, I'm going to draw the projector downwards. Okay, and then using a thick line, I will join this point and the point of intersection here. Okay, so what we have here is the point B. Okay, so the first step we have completed, the second step also we have completed. The second step is to assume that the line is parallel to VP and inclined to HP and draw its projections. Okay, third step would be to assume that the line is parallel to HP and inclined to VP and draw its projections. Okay, so we have completed till second step right now, and we will do what the third step says. So we will assume that the line is parallel to HP and inclined to VP. So in this case, if we are viewing from the top, we will be able to see the true length and the true inclination also. Alright, that is the important thing to know. Okay, because it is parallel to HP and inclined to VP, if you are looking from the top, we will get the true inclination of the line as well as the true length of the line. Okay, so we'll draw its projections now. So the true length will be obtained with the top view part, that is below the XY line. Okay, so again I will start drawing the top view here with the information I have, and that is it is 100 millimeter long and it is 45° inclined to VP. Okay, so 100 and the inclination is 45. Just move this question so that you can see it. Okay, now we have to mark the front view of this point also. So this is going to be B. I will name it B1. Okay, I will name it B1. Now in order to get its front view, I will draw a projector upwards. Okay, so this intersection point will be the front view of the point B1. Okay, this will be B1 dash. Okay, and now you have to go back to what we learned in the 3D model, that is the concept of the having the locus line. Okay, because if you have kept a point there, kept a line there, and its inclination with the one of the planes is fixed and the other planes it is varying, in the projection you will get a locus. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind when you are drawing this. So in the first case we had assumed that the inclination of the line is with the horizontal plane and it is parallel to the vertical plane, and then we assume that the same line, sorry, let me just completely mark this here, forgot, sorry. Okay, then we assume that the line is inclined to the vertical plane and parallel to the horizontal plane. Let me also mark the angles here. The angle here is 30 degree. Angle here is 45 degree, and this was the first assumed line, and it was showing its true length. The true length will be 100, because the line AB is 100 millimeter long. Similarly here also you have the point here 100. Okay, so the next thing that you should know is that in the first case we had assumed that it is inclined to HP and parallel to VP. The second case we had assumed that it is inclined to VP and parallel to HP. Okay, now in both of these cases we will introduce the inclination with the opposite plane. Okay, that is what we are going to do. So from the theory of that locus, we understand that whenever there is an inclination, its front view will be in a same locus line. So for that purpose, we draw a reference line passing through B dash, which is parallel to XY line. Similarly here, we will draw a reference line here through B1 and parallel to the XY line. Okay, so for the actual line which is inclined to both the planes, it's A is already here, A is fixed. The front view of A is here and the top view of A is here, and the location of B, the front view of B, the actual line inclined to both planes will be somewhere around here, and the top view will be somewhere around here. Okay, so how will we get that point? So we have completed the first 3 steps now, and also the fourth step, that is draw the locus line on both the views, that is the top and front view. That was the fourth step. Now let's move on, we'll just complete it now. So let us think that this line has the information regarding its inclination with the HP. Okay, I'm giving you a sort of concept so that you can remember it. Okay, the line AB 100 millimeter long, it is inclined at 30 degree to HP. Which figure does have this information? This line A dash B dash have the information that it is inclined at 30 degree. Meanwhile, this line has the information that it is inclined at 45 degree to the VP. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to combine the information available in both of these lines and make it into a separate line. Okay, so this locus here, this locus shows the locus of a line which is fixedly at 30 degree to the HP. Now we have to introduce an inclination of 45 degree to the VP towards this line. So how do I do it? All I have to do is draw an arc. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, from here, keep a compass here, take this length and draw an arc. Okay, you will get the intersection at this particular point. Okay, and this particular point will be the front view of the line inclined to both the reference planes. So I just have to now join A dash and this point here, point of intersection, and I will keep it or name it as B2 dash. This is the general convention, that naming convention that we use in the textbook, so don't confuse regarding that. I actually first drew an imaginary line and then drew another imaginary line, and then finally from both these I am getting the actual lines front view, the points front view. Okay, so A B2, that is the line that we actually have to draw, that is in the question. The AB line in the question is actually the AB2 line. Okay, just remember. So we got the front view And now we have to get the top view also. Again, similar procedure is to be done. That is, this line here has the information about the inclination with the vertical plane. Okay, and this line has the information regarding the line's inclination with the horizontal plane. All I have to do is I have to transfer the information here to this particular line. Okay, so we already have the locus here. All you have to do is you have to project it downwards. You get this line's top view here and just draw a arc. Okay, so let me draw an arc here. Okay, see. Okay, so wait. So we have this point here, the intersection point from that arc. Now all you have to do is join it using a thick line. Okay, and this will be the top view of the point B2. Okay, so these two lines, A dash, B2 dash and A, B2. This is the front view of the line here, AB, and this is the top view of the line AB. Now you can also just confirm that this is correct. Okay, there is a technique to confirm this, because what do we know? We already know that if there is a top view of a point, it will be, the front view of that point will be in a vertical line, right? We already know that from the projection of points. So if you want to check that if whatever you have done is correct, you only have to do, what you have to do is just draw a projector from the top front view vertically downwards. Okay, bring it downwards, and what you have here is it will intersect this point. Okay, this means that the answer is perfectly correct. You finally have the answer. So this is the front view of the line AB. This is the top view of the line AB. That is how you solve the problem. So finally, draw arcs from the corresponding views towards the locus line. Mark points on the intersection. Join the points, and voila, you get the final answer. So this is how you solve it. Okay, I hope you got at least some understanding from this session. Okay, let's continue working on this particular sort of questions, and this is actually, in my opinion, the toughest topic in engineering graphics for S1. That is the projection of lines inclined to both the planes. Once you have this cracked, you will have the projection of solids and projection of sections. All those things will be easy for you. So thank you. This is Deepak, Assistant Professor GC Thrissur.